This was the hardest week of my life for me and my family.
To answer the call of duty, no matter where, no matter when. To willingly place yourself between the dangers that threaten and the people you serve. That is a high calling only the best can answer. Officer Moreno was and forever will be the very best.
He made a significant impact not only to the city of San Antonio and SAPD as a whole, but especially to Central Patrol B Shift.
I thank you for everything, Miguel. I will love you forever.
A San Antonio police officer killed just over a week ago is laid to rest. Officer Miguel Moreno was buried this afternoon following an emotional funeral service at Community Bible Church.
Miguel Moreno was only 32 when he passed away last Friday after being injured in a shootout near San Antonio College. But as James Keith shows us tonight, it was the life he lived up to that point that friends and family celebrated today.
Officers from across America salute Officer Miguel Moreno one last time.
Today, my family misses him deeply.
Fellow officer Arturo Moreno remembers Miguel not as an officer, but as his big brother.
He had a passion for fishing, loved to travel, enjoyed riding his Harley-Davidson motorcycle. He was a compassionate and caring individual to all his family. He was a loving son, brother, and an awesome uncle to his nieces and nephews.
Colleagues and dignitaries, including Texas Governor Greg Abbott, offer words of condolences and support to the Moreno family and Officer Julio Cavazos, Moreno's partner, who was also shot on June 29.
Greater love has no man than this, to lay down one's life for another.
Officer Miguel Moreno entered service with the San Antonio Police Department on May 19, 2008, and is now out of service by the authority of Chief William McManus. Badge 1603 is 10-7 and retired on July 7, 2017.
I will never forget my brother. The city will never forget him and his beautiful smile that was unforgettable. Thank you, Miguel, because you were the most important person in my life.
And that was James Keith reporting. Officer Moreno is the 55th officer to be killed in the line of duty here in San Antonio since 1857. And his death comes just 7 months after Detective Benjamin Marconi was also killed in the line of duty.
Officers leaving today's service were surprised with words of encouragement left on their windshields. About a dozen children delivered cards today after spending the last 2 days making them. The kids said they were inspired by their parents and Bible study group to thank the officers for their service. Officers said they were touched by the act of kindness. Hundreds of mourners packed overpasses across North San Antonio as the Moreno funeral procession made its way to the church. Eyewitness News reporter Sue Kalberg talked with those who came to back the blue.
Horns have been going since we got here at 7 o'clock this morning.
As soon as firefighters showed up to pay their respects,
it's the very least we could do.
Crowds of citizens joined the somber observance. From the youngest,
I just want to have respect for the policemen,
to the veterans.
I bring my flag all the time. Like I said, I'm prior military, so this means a lot to me.
It's really, really sad.
16-year-old Soraya Solis waved a flag with a thin blue line.
And the way they put their life on the line for us is honestly really brave.
She's in the Police Explorer program, dreaming of a career in law enforcement.
And they ask why I continue to do it, and I honestly want to do it for the people. I want to do it knowing that I can serve my community and make a difference.
Making a difference by filling the shoes of a man who will be forever fondly remembered. Sue Calberg, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
And following a request from Governor Greg Abbott, law enforcement all around the state of Texas flashed their red and blue lights at 10 a.m. today in honor of Officer Moreno and other fallen Texas police officers. This is the Houston Police Department taking part this morning. UIW also shared video of their lights on Facebook, as well as the Bernie PD. Lights flashed for 1 minute continuously in solidarity for their brothers and sisters in blue. Well, before today's funeral, 8 fellow officers dined at Officer Moreno's favorite restaurant, Tycoon Flats. They even ordered a burger and a beer each in his honor. That was his favorite meal. Our photojournalist Ivan Gibson talked with the waiter who took this photo that has since gone viral.
I was actually here when everything happened. Like, I just came into work and the story was developing on the news and we all saw it, and it was just right up the street where everything was happening. And, you know, we obviously didn't know what was going on, and we were just like hoping for the best, hoping that everything was okay. My manager Leah told me, she was like, yeah, he used to come in a lot with some of these officers. So I personally don't remember waiting on him a specific time, but my coworkers told me that he was a regular because they're a little bit better with this type of thing than I am. We get a lot of like policemen, firemen come in. Although they weren't in uniform yesterday, we knew like eventually we caught on to what was happening, and we took care of them. After my shift, I took a picture of it and decided to share it with a website called Imager. People said a lot of nice words for the officer, and a couple of other Imager users from San Antonio chimed in. They're like, yeah, man, I heard about that. It's so sad, and it's nice to see that these officers did something nice for their fellow officer.
And if you'd like a look back at all of the day's coverage of Officer Moreno's funeral, you can head over to KENS5.com.